The Dynamic Discs Trooper and Paratrooper are two of the most common and well-known disc golf bags in the market right now. But which bag should you buy? Should it be the Trooper? Should it be the Paratrooper? Stay tuned through the end where we decide which bag is the right purchase for you. What's going on, everyone? Q here with the Chain Clankers, and today I want to do a little bit of a bag comparison and a video discussing which disc golf bag you should be buying and which one is a better value for your money. So if you've been following us along, if you're not, follow us on Instagram at Chain Clankers. But we have recently upgraded our bags. Both Horatio and myself went from the Dynamic Discs Trooper bag. I went to a Paratrooper. He went to a grip bag, so we'll have a different video discussing grip versus the Paratrooper later. But today, being someone who has used the Paratrooper and has used the Trooper bag, I wanted to make a video discussing these two. My girlfriend currently uses the Trooper bag, and I think there's a ton of value out of that bag, but there's a pretty big price differential between the Trooper and the Paratrooper, and today I want to answer that question of which bag should you buy. Let's get into it, guys. Let's start with the Paratrooper bag. This is honestly such a cool bag. This is the bag that I use. I really like this bag. This is genuinely the bag that I was looking for, and it is incredible. So let's talk about it a little bit. It's going to start off at $99.99, so you're pretty much going to have to spend $100 on this, again, if you're going to be buying it from the Dynamic Discs store itself. You can get it online as well as in-store as well. It comes in 4 colors. It comes in black, blue, gray, and it comes in olive green. I personally have the olive green one. You'll definitely see it a little bit later in this video. I genuinely just love this bag. This is such a cool bag to purchase. Let's talk a little bit about the features of this bag. So according to the Dynamic Discs website, it says that this is the big brother to the popular Trooper bag. So it's got more structure, padding, durability, and storage, and so far, I completely agree with every single one of those points. The Trooper bag is a lot. It's significantly more flimsy in my opinion. You actually have to put in the padding yourself for the Paratrooper backpack, so that was definitely a little bit of a struggle. I actually had to look up how to do that online, and it's pretty easy once you get it in there, but it does make your bag so much more stable. So the Paratrooper has a large main disc component that holds 18 plus discs. I can personally get 18 pretty easily. You can get more if you're only going with drivers for sure, but I've got a couple of mids in there. I try to keep as little putters in there as possible. I try to put that in the designated putter little pocket, but yeah, you can hold at least 18 discs in there, so that is really nice to have. The front flap pocket is a go-to disc selection. I'll show it up here on screen, but pretty much you can just put one disc, maybe 2 discs depending on what the disc is, in this little pocket, pull it out on the go. It's really nice if you know you're going to be using one disc, or that's the disc you're going to use next and you just already have it in the pocket. One thing I will say is when you're on the course, it is a little difficult to use. It might not be the most practical thing, and you might be wondering why. The answer to that is because sometimes it's a little hard to get in and out of there. I wish the pocket was just slightly bigger, maybe a little bit wider, so that way it can go in a little bit easier. But also, the main thing I say is if it's in there, it's kind of hard to then get into the main compartment of your bag. So really, I only use that if that's a disc that I'm going to be driving with next. So, let's say I use a Raider and then I pick it up and I throw my upshot and I'm going to be driving with the Raider on the next hole. I'll just put it in there and that way it's just ready to go. It is pretty convenient. I do like it. It's definitely something that's different from the Trooper bag, so definitely a big fan of that. The bottom of the Trooper bag has a little flat pocket. You can put scorecard, pencil, mini in there. I think I've got 2 or 3 minis in there, a Sharpie, a pencil. You can put anything in there. I really like this pocket because I sometimes do forget about it myself, but if you really wanted to, you can throw another disc or even 2 in there, so you can just have more storage up there, which is super cool, and I really like that about this bag. And I I know a lot of tournaments are starting to move more towards having the online scoring format, either on UDisc or on the PDGA score tab. But if you do have a regular scorecard, this is a nice place to put it. You know it's not going to get crumpled up and destroyed, so I do like that. Moving on for the features for the Paratrooper backpack, it's got the padded straps, padded back panel, and it's a comfortable carry. We talked about that a little bit already. The upper compartment for accessories, articles of clothing, 3 to 4 more discs. This is pretty cool because I don't use that for discs right now. I mainly use this for towels. Maybe I'll throw a disc in there if I want. I'll put my phone, my wallet, and my keys in there personally. I'd rather do that than use the side flaps, which we'll talk about here in a second. But yeah, I really like it. Like it says, you can put another 4 discs in there if you really want. So if you're counting at home, that's at minimum 22 discs you can already have in this bag. There's also a separate top putter compartment. Now, their site says you can put 2 putters in there. Yes, you can put 2 putters in there. I currently have 5 putters in there, and I feel as though I can put another 2 discs in there, so I could probably fit 7 discs in there. Now, the thing that you're going to be compromising with having more of those putters in there is that you are going to have little less room in the main compartment because the flap or the inside of it kind of does sag down into that main compartment. So the more discs you carry in that putter pocket, it's going to be a little bit harder to pull your discs in and out of the main compartment. But if that's something that doesn't really bother you and you want to be able to carry more discs, kind of like myself, then that's going to be absolutely perfect for you. I really love it. So they say 2. I'm saying you can put at least 5. So again, if you're counting at home, we're looking at about 27 discs right now that you can carry in this backpack, which is amazing. If you love to carry a ton of discs, this is definitely the backpack that you want to get. This was the main reason why I got this backpack, was because I wanted to have more discs. I wanted to be able to carry more discs. So that's why I inevitably chose this. That was a major selling factor for me. There's 2 spacious side storage pockets for, you can put your phone and keys. There's a little bit of a netting in there, so you can definitely put your phone and keys in there, maybe your wallet. I personally use it as 2 more putter pockets, or maybe not necessarily putter pockets, but I'll put some extra drivers in there. So as you can see on screen, I've got 2 first run Hades in there and 2 cloud breakers in there. So that's kind of where I use mine for just more disk storage. So that's another 4 discs. So I'm over now 30 discs in this bag, which is absolutely incredible. I'm never going to run out of discs on the course. And it also means that this is a good practice bag. You don't have to go out and buy a fieldwork bag. You can just take this bag. You're going to have all the discs you could ever need. It's really, really good. Something else that I really love about this bag is that it's got the 2 drawstring enclosed water bottle holders. Massive fan of that. I love, especially when it's hot outside during the summer, you gotta have water. And I really, really, really love having all of the abilities to have 2 32-ounce water bottles in there, maybe a Gatorade in a water bottle. So yeah, absolutely love that. Big fan. Another thing I'm a big fan of is the bottom rail system. This is going to keep your backpack maybe like an inch, a little higher off of the ground. Pretty much it makes the bottom of the bag not have to sit on the ground. So it doesn't have to sit in the mud. It doesn't have to sit in the sand or, whatever it's sitting on. It can support itself, which is awesome. I really love that. It also means it's not going to fall down all the time like the Trooper bag will. The Trooper bag unfortunately doesn't have that. So in my experience with it, if you try to set it down, more times than not, it's going to start to fall over, especially with the more discs that you put in there. And another thing about this is that it's a super lightweight bag. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I see a little bit of a difference in how much it weighs, but it mainly depends on my water bottle that I have in there. Like if I have my really big tournament canteen in there, then yeah, it's going to weigh more. But if I just got a couple of water bottles with me, this bag really isn't that big of a difference in my opinion. So I really like it. I think this is an awesome bag. I am a massive fan of this bag, but having both the bags, I want to discuss what it's like to also have the Trooper bag. The Trooper bag goes currently on Dynamic Disc's website for $39.99. So if you're keeping score at home, That's a pretty big difference. I mean, $100 compared to $40. So if you're definitely a beginner, you're not sure how much you're going to want to be playing or playing in tournaments and things like that, this is definitely the bag to go for. Especially if money's tight or anything like that, this is definitely the bag to go for. Big fan of this bag. This bag comes in a couple of different colors. It comes in like Arctic white, black, gray. It comes in midnight blue. So really, really cool. I really like this bag as a starter bag. And if this is a bag you have, don't feel like you have to upgrade. If it works for you, it works for you. I just upgraded because I needed more disc capability and a bag that can carry more discs. This bag does carry significantly less discs, in my opinion. According to the Dynamic Discs website, the large component holds about 18 discs, so the component itself is really about the same, but you're going to notice some differences now. So when you're looking at disk storage, the upper compartment, there's only really one of them, and you can put some clothing in there, or you can put 3 to 4 more discs. There's not 2 separate components. So in the Paratrooper, you've got your clothing compartment and you've got your putter pocket, where in this one, your putting pocket and your clothing compartment really has to be the same thing. So you kind of have to decide what you're going to do. So that already kind of limits the amount of discs you can put up there. And plus, if you're putting putters and stuff in your main compartment, you're not going to be able to fit as many drivers or fairway drivers or mid-ranges in there just because they are a little bit more bulky. Moving on down the list, they have 3 external pockets for keys, wallet, phone, mini, scorecard, all those kinds of things. It's really nice. The pocket is not super big, at least the little side one, but it's fine to put your phone, keys, wallet in. That's pretty much what I use it for. Now, there's the 2 pockets that are on the side that are kind of deep. I'll show you, like, I can fit dang near my whole hand in there, but it's really, in my opinion, not super useful. Comment down below what you put in there. I never really found a good use for it outside of maybe putting a towel or 2 in there. So definitely comment down below what you would put in there. I just kind of put my towels in there. I couldn't really put anything else of value in there. It's not like I can put an extra disc in any of these pockets. So really, on the Trooper bag, you're kind of capped out at having to have roughly 18 plus 20, or plus 4. You're looking at about 22 different discs that you can have in there. Where the Paratrooper, we talked a little bit earlier, you can have dang near 30 plus in there. So the Trooper backpack also has the comfortable back paneling on it and padded straps. I never really felt uncomfortable having this backpack on. It's definitely smaller. It is lighter weight. You can carry it around. Something that I liked about the Paratrooper is that, well, both these bags have a little handle for you to carry, so you don't always have to carry it on your back, but the handle for the Paratrooper is more with the straps and not on the bag, where the handle on the Trooper is a little, it's fine. It's literally fine. It's good. But it's one of those things where over time it can cause your bag to rip. Horatio had this problem himself. That's why he had to move on from it. So if you're not carrying your bag a whole lot from that single-use handle, then it's honestly going to be fine. Both of these bags have at least 1 water bottle holder. The Trooper only has 1. Paratrooper, like mentioned earlier, has 2. This is a great bag for starting out. This is a great bag for not carrying a whole ton of discs. This is a great bag for having lightweight discs. It is a good bag. It is a good bag. This is the bag that you want to buy for your value. But I personally think that if you want to continue to elevate your game, if you want to continue to get more discs and put more discs in there, I think you gotta go with the Paratrooper. Now, I think you can start with the Trooper, see how you like it, maybe do some tournaments and things like that. And if you don't really like the Trooper, or you are finding yourself needing more storage, definitely go with the Paratrooper. I really like it. I think this has everything that you can want in a disc golf bag and more, and it's honestly the best price on the market, guys. I cannot lie to you about that. $100 is the best price you're going to get. If you want other bags comparable to the Paratrooper, you're going to pay over $120, $150, $200 even. Horatio's bag cost over $200, and his holds less discs than the Paratrooper does, and that came from Grip, which it's a great bag. But if you're looking for the most value, I think the Trooper, I think the Paratrooper is the best value, but I think the Trooper is the best for its price if you're not trying to spend a ton of money, right? Because you can just consolidate your bag and you can really understand what you want to throw, and you don't need a ton of discs. But if you want to have the option to throw a ton of discs, if you want the 2 water bottle handles, if you want a more sturdy bag, if you want a bag that can sit up on its own and it's not always on the ground, the Paratrooper is the bag to go for comparatively to the Trooper. The Trooper is still a good bag. I like it. My girlfriend uses it. She likes it. But for us and myself specifically, elevating my game, I decided I was going to go with the Paratrooper bag, so that way I can carry more, I can practice more, I can do all those kinds of things. But that is going to wrap it up for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Comment down below, which bag do you have? Do you have the Trooper bag? Do you have the Paratrooper bag? Maybe you have a different bag. If you have one of these 2 bags, why do you recommend going with that bag? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you like little videos like this, hey, let me know as well. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell, do all of those things. I'd really appreciate it. That way I know you guys like this content, and we can keep coming out with more content like this. We want to do more on YouTube, so definitely be hitting that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, check out right now on the screen, check out our video where we did our Discraft mystery box opening. It was super fun, super cool. We got some really awesome discs in that. You could potentially get those also, so if you haven't looked at that, check it out now. It's on the screen. Click on it. We'll see you guys next time.